Man, I'm giving it. I'm gonna give a couple. I'm gonna give a couple seconds for people to get on in here. Plus, I'm waiting to get my notes all set. But I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight. This show, man. This show. This show was something else. WWE just doesn't get it. They just don't get it at all. And we have a lot to talk about. A lot. And I'm just going to let you guys know there's going to be a lot of ranting tonight. All right? If you guys thought SmackDown was bad, this is going to be something else. From top to bottom, this show made absolutely no sense. That garbage ending. I just want to say, anybody that supported the ending of this show, anybody, all right, that supported the ending of the show with Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, you're a freaking idiot. You are a freaking idiot. All right? That was legit garbage, what we saw tonight. All right? The draft in general was garbage. Crown Jewel looking like garbage. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what none of you says, all right? Nobody. We're going to go over the draft. We have the full rosters now, other than about 4 or 5 other people that weren't drafted tonight. We have to talk about Crown Jewel and the updated card and the guard. I don't know what WWE's thinking. And then we actually have to talk about this show. So this is going to be probably one of the longer Raw reviews. So I just want to let you guys know. Get strapped in. Get your drink. Get your popcorn together. Get ready to talk in the comment section, in the live chat if you guys are watching the live stream, because we are going to rant tonight. This show was legit garbage. WWE clearly doesn't understand. I'm starting to think that Vince is trying to kill his own company. Really. After the garbage ending of Hell in a Cell, after the house show trash that we saw last Monday on Raw, you come out and we're thinking that this WWE draft is going to bring real change, right? Real change. Separate the brands, make them distinct, make them unique. No, for the most part, 75% of the rosters, 75% of Raw and SmackDown stayed the same. Stayed the same. The other 25% change. We saw some people actually switch brands. The most notable moves, maybe a Sasha Banks to SmackDown, a Braun Strowman to SmackDown, a Randy Orton to Raw. But for the most part, things stayed the same. Things stayed the same. There wasn't much change in these rosters. So, and the thing is, we still have the same garbage officials, the same garbage people in power running these shows. Vince and his company on Raw, and the rest of the company on SmackDown. And they just don't understand it. They don't. They really don't. All right? I'm sitting here. None of this shit makes sense. None of this stuff makes sense. It doesn't. And I was more interested in watching the Packers and the Detroit Lions kick field goals all night than what we saw tonight. For real. This was legit garbage. And then on top of that, Crown Jewel, Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Did this company not learn from Hell in a Cell? Bray and Seth are on separate brands. Separate brands. Oh my goodness. Seth and Bray are separate brands. And still, the company still wants to book another match between these two. I really don't understand it. I really don't. Garbage. Everything we saw tonight, pure garbage. I got the notes pretty much set. I'm just waiting to see who wins between this Packers and Lions game. Oh. But oh my god. So first thing we're gonna go through the draft picks. Oh man, we're gonna go through the draft picks real quick. And then we're gonna talk about these updated rosters. There's very few things that I like coming out of this draft. Very few things. Same thing pretty much that we did on Friday. We're going to go through the picks first before we do anything. All right? So we're going to get into that. So night 2, and I just want to let you guys know, anybody that's watching me for the first time, my name is FitzMonk TV, aka G133. Welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are new, because this is your number one source for all things Raw and SmackDown. Congratulations, Cody. Congratulations. All right. But let's get into this. let's get into this. All right. So first pick, Seth Rollins to Monday Night Raw. And legit, before we even talk about that, remember Friday, before the WWE draft even started, there was a leak. WWE posted an article with the draft pools for Friday and Raw's draft. Legit, in those draft pools, it was revealed who was going to get drafted to what brand. And we thought that WWE would at least take notice. They would take notice of this mistake, and then at least try to switch it up. Try to make it not look that obvious tonight in the second night of the draft. They clearly made the same mistake. They clearly didn't listen. Either they didn't take notice, which I know for a fact they did take notice, because we know how much WWE pays attention to social media, all right? Or they just blatantly ignored it. They were like, we don't care. We're keeping things the same. All right? So legit, if you saw the draft pool on Friday afternoon before SmackDown, there was no point of you watching either SmackDown or Raw tonight, because you got the same draft order. They legit didn't change nothing. Almost nothing. All right? Oh, I got fantasy football trades coming in. And the Packers beat the Lions due to a last-minute field goal. Congratulations to the Packers. That's tough on the Lions. That legit is tough for the Lions. But still, let's talk about the draft. Seth Rollins was the number one pick tonight. No surprise there. There was no surprise there. No, we all knew he was going to be the number one pick for Monday Night Raw. He's the Universal Champion, even though he shouldn't be, and him as a babyface is legit garbage. I don't care what we saw in the ending of Monday Night Raw tonight. I don't care if Seth burned it down literally. I don't care. I really don't care. Seth is legit garbage. He needs that title taken off him immediately. The fact that he's still Universal Champion is legit garbage. All right? Big T-Dog, what do you mean quit raging? All right? So you, hold up. You're going to come into my channel. You're going to come into my chat and tell me to stop raging. No. It's fake. It's fake. All right, fine. If it's fake, then why are you watching? Why does it bother you so much? All right? You can leave my chat, Big T-Dog. No one asked you to be here. All right? You're legit the problem. Casual viewers like you are the problem with WWE. No one needs you here. All right? Big T, please. That's why I slept with your mother last night. Get the hell out of my chat. No one asked you to be here. You're probably a 5-year-old kid that has school tomorrow. All right? It's probably past your curfew. Get the hell out of my chat. What the hell's wrong with you? Get the hell out of my chat. We don't stand for that garbage over here. We don't stand for that garbage over here on Facebook TV. We really don't. All right? Get the hell out of my chat. We don't need you here. You people like you are the problem with this company. Legit. We are fans of professional wrestling. We want to see WWE's product succeed. All right? What the hell's wrong with you? Legit. The people legit don't understand. You come into my chat, you're going to go say, oh, quit raging, it's fake. Nigga, first of all, this is my channel. Whatever I say goes. Go watch AEW Blackman. Get the fuck out of my chat then. All right, please. Roll up in here. I'll knock your ass out. All right, don't come into my chat telling me what to do. Please. I'll send Junior, Joe, I'll send all my subscribers on your ass. Get the hell out of my chat with that garbage. All right, please. What the hell's wrong with you? You're the one that's on my channel. Remember that. I'm making money off you watching me. So you can stay in here and say in the comment section as long as you want. The more you're watching, the more money I'm making. All right? Get out of here, please. What the hell, you little casual? All right, get out of here. All right? Oh, my goodness. Nigga come into my chat trying to tell me, nigga, get out. Oh, man. Garbage. Yo, you clearly don't understand what YouTube works, and you can clearly every second that you clearly don't understand YouTube. Every second that you sit in my chat watching, all right, I'll make money off you. Just let you know. All right, Big T, quit screaming. Your mom's asleep. Get out. Oh man, please. Stay in my chat. Just stay in here, please. Stay in here. All right. Nigga wants to come in here, start talking. You're still in here. Yeah, clearly I would know, Big T. Clearly I would know because this is my channel. Clearly I would know. I've been on YouTube for a pretty good amount of time. All right, don't try to educate me on how YouTube works. You sound like an idiot. You sound like an idiot right now, man. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Oh my gosh. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, Sleepy. About Sasha being injured. You know, I'm fine. Why is there two big T dogs in the chat? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't know. Why do we have two big T dogs in the chat? Honestly, let's get back to the review. All right, I'm not gonna spend the whole night talking with an idiot. All right, so the whole Sasha situation I'll address in a little bit. You know, I'm fine with Sasha. You know, even if she's not injured, I know Sasha was there tonight. All right, there's footage confirming she was at Raw tonight. I'm fine with Sasha not being on the show. Who wants to see her lose to Becky Lynch again? All right, I'm fine with that. I don't know why. I don't know why we being racist in the chat. Yeah, like Big T. You want to make one more comment like that? We don't do that here. We don't know racism here. All right. You want to do that again? You're gonna get banned. All right. What the like? All right. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Yep, Big T. Yeah. Only I can see your messages. The chat can't see it because we don't do that. We don't do that. All right, you're gone. All right, you can leave the chat wherever you want. We don't no racism around here. All right, I let you talk your shit for a little bit, and then once you get racist, no, we don't do that here. We don't do that. All right, you want to come at me, fine, but no racism. That's one of the no-nos. We don't do that. All right, yeah, he'll make another troll account and then he'll get out. Please make your troll accounts. Come. You'll just go one by one. We don't do that here. What the hell's wrong? You're gonna come in my chat, try. Oh, you're sad. You are sad. You are sad. All right, anyway, Brock Lesnar to SmackDown. No surprise there. He's the WWE champion. We had Andrade. Here's one of the moves. Andrade and Zelina Vega over to Monday Night Raw. And that would be later on. We've seen Aleister Black get drafted Monday Night Raw. Well, Aleister Black, like I said, I think he could be a really good pick, a really useful guy in Monday Night Raw's main event scene, if given the time, if he's booked correctly. If he goes back to, you know, just doing these segments where he's asking for a fight, all right, the guy's too good. Aleister Black is way too good to be going up against jobbers. The guy deserves to be in the main event scene. He really does. All right, Andrade and Zelina. Andrade deserves to be in the main event scene too, but he'll probably stay in WWE's mid-card division because why not? The New Day staying over on SmackDown. I don't really know why. I think it would have made more sense for them to go on Monday Night Raw just because the New Day have been on SmackDown, you know, for like over 2 years now, and they've legit done everything. Kofi's won WWE championships. How many SmackDown Tag Team Championship reigns have we seen the New Day have? One interesting thing was we didn't see what's his name? We didn't see the Usos get drafted tonight. I don't know if they just, WWE just didn't put them in the draft pool, probably because we haven't seen what's his name? We haven't seen the Usos since like the Raw reunion show. But, whatever. Bray needs more fire insurance. We're not going to talk about Bray for a little bit. I am very angry about that Bray and Seth segment to end the show. I'm pissed off about the Bray stuff in general. All right, it legit pisses me off. It legit pisses me off. Charlotte going back to Raw. This makes sense. I'm guessing Charlotte's going to be turned heel again based on what we saw tonight. But I'm not really interested in seeing Charlotte versus Becky Lynch again. The only reason why Charlotte's on Raw, and the only reason why I'm happy that Charlotte's on Raw is it gets Charlotte away from Sasha Banks and Bayley. So basically the Raw and SmackDown women's divisions are being headlined by the Four Horsewomen. Makes sense. Becky and Charlotte on Raw, Sasha and Bayley on SmackDown. And I'm willing to bet WWE Triple H talked about this weekend. Ronda Rousey's going to be coming back to WWE eventually. We don't know when. Maybe by the end of the year. I would not be surprised if they save it for the Royal Rumble going into WrestleMania season. With WWE on Fox, Fox is going to want Ronda Rousey on there. So, and the thing is, I believe Raw has way more women on their women's division than SmackDown does. All right, and we'll get into that once I read the rosters. But you think about it, Ronda Rousey's probably going to SmackDown. She's probably going to SmackDown. It would make sense with SmackDown being the new A show and being on Fox. Fox is going to want Ronda Rousey whenever she returns. So we'll probably have Rousey added to the SmackDown Women's Division eventually. The Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane, they are over on Monday Night Raw. But the thing about it is, it was announced tonight that the Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane, are the Women's Tag Team Championships in general. So supposedly, all right, high life. So supposedly Bray and Seth had a dark match at the end of Monday Night Raw. I do not care. I do not care. I don't care about anything that happens with Bray and Seth. It's legit garbage. It's legit garbage. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But back to Asuka and Kairi Sane, yes. They said tonight that the Women's Tag Team Championships will be universal, so they can be defended on Raw or SmackDown and NXT, which, I'm fine with that because clearly WWE doesn't have enough women on the main roster to have a Women's Tag Team Championship division on one brand. All right, clearly. So I'm fine with that. We'll see how WWE books it because still I don't really care about the Women's Tag Team Championships, even though I wish they did. But ever since they took those titles off Sasha and Bayley at WrestleMania, I don't care. All right. And remember, I believe the Iconics are still both the Iconics and Fire and Desire, which is Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Both those teams are free agents. They were not drafted. I'm willing to bet. You're welcome, Sleeping Angels. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why you've been subscribed to me for this long. All right. Sleeping Angels is one of my most loyal subscribers. But like I said, Fire and Desire will probably remain on SmackDown. I will be surprised if the Iconics stay on SmackDown because, like I said, Raw has more. Thank you, High Life. JG is one of my favorites in the community. Watch the videos every day. But I'm willing to bet those two teams will probably get moved to SmackDown just because Raw has more superstars in their women's division. But we'll see. I don't know. Are Lacey Evans and Natalya a team? I'll rant on that a little bit later. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be a long review, so make sure you guys get comfortable. What else happened? I'm trying to get the official list from WWE, but they don't know how to properly do their freaking treads. All right, here we go. Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion. She is staying on SmackDown. Makes more sense. We'll talk about Bobby Lashley too. And I love these new Bayley renders. Oh man, Daniel Bryan is staying on SmackDown. Babyface Daniel Bryan. I honestly thought Daniel Bryan would probably move to Monday Night Raw. I'm not surprised he stayed on SmackDown, but Daniel Bryan's been on SmackDown since 2016, since the initial brand split when he was the GM. I thought he was going to move on over to Monday Night Raw, but I guess they're going to keep him on SmackDown. It's whatever. Who else? See, WWE doesn't know how to do these trends correctly. They don't. I'm over here trying to get the results of the draft picks, and legit, who got drafted after Daniel? See, this company is so dumb. They can't do a trend on Twitter correctly. Garbage, legit garbage. All right. Let me try to figure it out. Hold on. I've legit scrolled down. Oh yeah, Sleepy. I'm clearly. I agree with you, bro. SmackDown is my show. SmackDown's my show now. Okay, I found it. Here we go. After Daniel Bryan was picked, we had. Hold up. I think it was Aleister Black. Yep, Daniel Bryan was picked. No, I'm wrong. Rusev, yes. Rusev was drafted to Raw, so we know for a fact that Rusev are going to be continuing that garbage feud they have with Lana and Bobby Lashley. I have no idea where the hell they're going with this crap. No idea whatsoever. We had also Aleister Black, which we already talked about. He's staying on Raw. We have Carmella being drafted to the SmackDown, staying on SmackDown. Carmella's been on SmackDown since the initial brand split, so she ain't leaving there. It makes more sense since her boyfriend, Cody Graves, is over there as well. We have Humberto Carrillo. I don't watch 205 Live because I find it to be garbage. All right? I wish I could care. For 205 Live, but we have Humberto Carrillo. If you guys want to tell me in the chat, if you guys seen him, I don't know. I did watch his match at what pay-per-view was it? I don't remember with this garbage. When it was him versus Drew Gulak versus that triple threat match they had for the Cruiserweight Championship. I don't know who this guy is really. We'll see. I don't think WWE's going to use him. Who cares? Eric Rowan's getting drafted to Monday Night Raw. All right. So Luke Harper, I don't think Luke Harper was drafted. So I don't know. I think Luke Harper's a free agent. I would guess Luke Harper would side with Raw, but we'll have to wait and see. We had Cedric Alexander. Cedric staying on Monday Night Raw. He is one of Paul Heyman's guys, so we'll have to wait and see about that. Next up, we have who else? Mustafa Ali. He's staying on SmackDown. All right. Not surprised about that. Shinsuke Nakamura, he's the Intercontinental Champion. He's staying on SmackDown along with Sami Zayn. Not surprised about that. Shinsuke has been also another one of those guys that I would have on Monday Night Raw, since he's been on SmackDown for so long. But you already have AJ Styles as the U.S. Champion on Raw. So I'm not surprised Shinsuke's, if the U.S. Championship's going to be on Raw, you got to keep the IC title on SmackDown. They had R-Truth. R-Truth was drafted to SmackDown, 24/7 champion. So with Kurt, actually no, my bad. I think R-Truth was drafted to Raw. I think I got that wrong. Yep, R-Truth got drafted to Raw. Not like I care, but this does, end the, I guess, what's happened between Carmella and R-Truth. We know they're good friends, and they help each other with the 24/7 championship. But I'm willing to bet the 24/7 championship is going to stay universal. It's going to be defended on both brands, even though I don't care about the 24/7 championship. They just need to keep those on YouTube. Keep the 24/7 championship on YouTube. All right, don't need to see it on any of these shows. Who's drafted next? Who's drafted next? We had Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy, the best kept secret, drafted to Raw. I want to get excited about this, but will WWE, draft Buddy Murphy? I mean, will WWE use Buddy Murphy? Really? Will they use Buddy Murphy correctly? Probably not. So there's no reason for us to care about Buddy Murphy. All right? No reason for us to care. They had Jinder fucking Mahal. I forget he signed. I really do. Who cares about Jinder Mahal? The guy was drafted to Monday Night Raw. Who cares? Who legit cares? All right? Legit. I want you guys to think about this. Jinder fucking Mahal, right? He was drafted and Cesaro wasn't. Jinder Mahal was drafted before Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. So Rey Mysterio. Think about those names for a second. AOP. Jinder Mahal, one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen in my life, was drafted before Cesaro. AOP. Samoa Joe. Rey Mysterio. Are you kidding me right now? Really? Garbage. Absolute garbage. Makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler as a tag team, they were drafted to SmackDown. It would make sense with them losing the Raw Tag Team Champions, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The Miz was drafted to SmackDown. You know, we'll see what happens with the Miz. I swear, the Miz switches brands every single draft / shakeup. Miz was drafted to SmackDown in 2016. Then he moved to Raw in the shakeup. Then he moved back to SmackDown, and then got put back on Raw, and now he's back to SmackDown again. You know, the Miz gets switched every single shakeup, every single shakeup / draft. Akira Tozawa, former Cruiserweight Champion, was drafted to Raw. He won't be used. I actually like Akira Tozawa. I kind of did. The guy was entertaining. If I've seen on the episodes of 205 Live that I've seen. All right, Tozawa is very, very impressive. I agree with you, High Life. King Corbin was drafted to SmackDown. Not like I care. Yes, your King of the Ring. King of the Ring for 2019 was drafted at the end of the 5th round. Makes sense. Makes sense. That really shows WWE that you care about the King of the Ring. Legit. WWE has legit buried the King of the Ring with the treatment of Baron Corbin since the King of the Ring tournament. I want to apologize, guys. I'm a little bit under the weather. Shelton Benjamin was drafted to Monday Night Raw. Jobber material. I think that was it. Yeah, that was pretty much it for... Actually, no. We have a couple more picks. We had Rey Mysterio got drafted to Raw. I was kind of surprised about this one, especially with what happened between Rey Mysterio, Brock Lesnar, Dominic. I thought they were going to have Mysterio on SmackDown. All right, because it makes sense. You have Cain Velasquez, Velasquez, who was supposed to be Mysterio's son, Dominic's godfather, there. So I don't really understand there. And now since the wildcard rule is supposed to be over, we're not going to see Mysterio on SmackDown. So I don't know. Doesn't really make sense why he was drafted to Raw, but whatever. Shorty Gable, I still can't believe they're calling him that. All right. Shorty Gable is on SmackDown. Titus O'Neil, not like I give a crap. He's on Raw. Elias, I don't care about him. I think Elias is still out with injury. He's on SmackDown. And Liv Morgan, we're still waiting to see the debut of Liv Morgan's new character. Still have no idea what Liv Morgan's character is. They've been teasing it on Twitter for weeks now. So I don't know. Well, I want to be interested in what they have planned for Liv Morgan, but you can't. This company. Look at what they're doing with the Fiend. Every single week, the Fiend is being. They're slowly killing the Fiend character. With the garbage we see. So I don't know. But that was the draft picks. So we have the full rosters now. So I'm going to read them off. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be a long stream, guys. This is going to be a long review. We're already on part 1 of this 3-part review. But we have Seth Rollins, Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins, Charlotte Flair, Andrade, the Kabuki Warriors, Rusev, Aleister Black, Cedric Alexander, Humberto Carrillo, Eric Rowan, Buddy Murphy, Jinder Mahal, R-Truth, Samoa Joe, Akira Tozawa, Shelton Benjamin, Rey Mysterio, Titus O'Neil, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, the OC, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Ricochet, Bobby Lashley, Alexa Bliss, Kevin Owens, Natalya, the Viking Raiders, Nikki Cross, the Street Profits, EC3, Eric Young. So that's Raw. I'm going to go through the tag team division for Raw really quick. There's not a lot of teams in Raw's tag team division, which is something I was a little bit concerned about. You know, I told WWE needed to focus on the tag team divisions. All right, but they didn't listen. It's not like WWE ever listens. You have the OC, you have the Viking Raiders, you have the Street Profits. That's legit it. Based off this draft, you have 3 teams in your Raw Tag Team division: OC, Raiders, Street Profits. I would guess AOP's going to be there. You know, AOP wasn't drafted, which I still don't understand. You've been building AOP up for weeks now with these promos, and they weren't drafted. Great job there, WWE. Great fucking job. But if AOP is drafted to Raw, you'll have 4 tag teams. Great job. And your women's division, all right, you actually have a decent women's division. You have Charlotte, you have the Kabuki Warriors with this Asuka and Kairi, so that's 3. You have Liv Morgan 4, Becky Lynch 5, you have Alexa Bliss 6, you have Nikki Cross 7, and you have Natalya 8. So you have 8 names in your women's division. So you actually have a decent women's division. All right. Now you go over to SmackDown, and you know SmackDown's going to have a shorter roster because Raw is a 3-hour show. You have Brock Lesnar, The New Day, Daniel Bryan, Bayley, Shinsuke Nakamura, Mustafa Ali, Ziggler and Rude, Carmella, Miz, King Corbin, Shorty Gable, Elias, Roman Reigns, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Sasha Banks, Strowman, Lacey Evans, The Revival, Lucha House Party, Heavy Machinery, Apollo Crews, Drew Gulak, Heath Slater, Tamina, the B Team. All right. And going through your tag teams for the SmackDown division, you have the New Day, you have Ziggler and Rude, you have the Revival, you have Lucha House Party, you have the B Team, and you have Heavy Machinery. So SmackDown, which is a 2-hour show, currently has 6 tag teams in their division. Not bad. Not bad, but I don't care about the Lucha House Party. I don't care about the B Team. So technically, you know, you only really have 4 that I can actually care about. You know, the Revival, New Day, Ziggler and Rude, and I'm forgetting one more team. You know, New Day, Ziggler and Rude, the Revival, Heavy Machinery. So Heavy Machinery, New Day, Robert and Rude, and Revival. Those are going to be your 4 main tag teams, and you know the B Team and the House Party are the garbage tag team, in my opinion. You know, the Ascension weren't drafted either. The Ascension weren't drafted. Also, Hawkins and Ryder, they were also not drafted. So you have you have 4 tag teams that were drafted. SmackDown's tag team division has 6 tag teams, and Raw's division has 2. I'm getting my math mixed up. Raw's tag team division has 4 tag teams, all right, and SmackDown's tag team division has 6. So the way I would do it, you have 4 tag teams available. So what I would do is I would give Monday Night Raw 3 tag teams, and I would give SmackDown 1 tag team. That would make the divisions even with 7 tag teams apiece. Probably give the Usos and AOP over to Raw, and then you can give No. You gotta give 3. So give the Usos, AOP, and I don't care, Ziggler and Hawkins over to Raw, and then add the Ascension over the SmackDown. All right, and then at least there you'll have 7 tag teams on each roster. That's the way I would have it. And your women's division on SmackDown, before we stop talking about the draft, because legit, we're about 35 minutes into the show and we haven't even talked about anything. So yes, the rosters are still messed up. But your women's division on SmackDown currently, you have Bayley, you have Carmella, you have Sasha Banks, you have Lacey Evans, and Tamina. So great job there. You have 8 women on Raw's tag team. You have 8 women in Raw's. My bad. I'm getting this messed up. You have 8. Okay. Let me get this correct. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting my math all messed up. So you have 8 women on Raw's women's tag. I keep saying tag. You have 8 women on Raw's women's division, and you have five women in SmackDown's tag team and SmackDown's women's division. So let's get this straight. Raw has 4 tag teams. All right, think about this. Raw has 4 tag teams in their men's tag team division and 8 women in their women's division. SmackDown has 6 tag teams and only 5 women in their division. You know, there are a couple additions. You know, Ruby Riott, whenever she comes back from injury, Ruby Riott will probably be on SmackDown. Ember Moon, she's out with injury. So whenever Ember Moon comes back, which could be a while because I heard she has a very major knee injury. So Ember will be on SmackDown. That brings you up to 7. And, you know, I don't know, maybe you could put Sarah Logan. You also have Fire and Desire and the Iconics. All right, remember those 2 teams were drafted. So SmackDown will probably be even with Raw's women's division by the end of Tuesday. All right. Plus, remember Ronda Rousey. All right. I believe whenever Rousey comes, she'll be on SmackDown. So, but still, the rosters are messed up. All right. Your tag teams for the men's and your women's divisions are uneven. That just shows WWE did not go into this draft thinking. I understand that Raw has more people. I understand Raw's a 3-hour show, but still, you should still come out of this with even rosters. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. All right, garbage. All right, that's enough of the draft. My thoughts in the draft: garbage. You did the same thing tonight with the War Room that I bitched and moaned about on Friday. The same garbage. All right, you had, you know, the War Rooms with the robot on Fox. You had the USA Network celebrating on drafting The Miz and stuff like that. Garbage. It looks like they were wearing the same suits. It looks like they were wearing the same suits that they had on Friday. It's like they pre-recorded all this nonsense. It's like WWE doesn't listen. No one, I saw no positivity over the draft rooms other than people wanting to see Bray Wyatt and the robot from Fox NFL Sunday feud. Garbage. But WWE doesn't learn. They never learn. This was garbage. All right? Before we get into Monday Night Raw tonight, I want to talk about Crown Jewel. I want to talk about Crown Jewel. All right? So, part 1 of our Monday Night Raw review took about 40 minutes, but I'm here to give you guys the truth, because I don't lie. All right? We had what was it? Let me look at this. Here we go. We had 4 matches tonight confirmed for Crown Jewel. 4 garbage matchups confirmed for Crown Jewel. And you guys are going to see what we had confirmed tonight. Absolute garbage. Come on, where is it? Oh, here we go. First off, Team Hogan and Team Flair. They first of all, WWE added these random additions without even making an announcement. They just threw out a graphic of Crown Jewel, and then we see that they added. Instead, this should be the 5-on-5 match for Survivor Series. Instead, we're getting this 2 weeks before Survivor Series at Crown Jewel, which is going to be garbage. On Team Flair, we have Orchard, King Corbin, and the 2 additions they made tonight, Bobby Lashley and Shinsuke Nakamura. On Team Hogan, the 2 additions that they made tonight, we have Seth Rollins, Rusev, and now Ricochet. All right, Ricochet. I don't know what WWE's thinking. I really don't. The way it's looking right now, it's looking like it's going to be baby faces versus heels, the way they have it. You know, Team Flair is full of heels. You have Nakamura, you have Lashley, Corbin, and Orton. While there's rumors saying that WWE might be turning Randy Orton back to a babyface, you know, back based off a SmackDown Dark segment they had on Friday. Randy Orton was, you know, had a babyface match. I forget who it was with. Honestly, I think you should keep Randy Orton as a heel, but whatever. I don't mind Randy Orton as a babyface, but he works better as a heel. And we're gonna talk about Seth Rollins just a second. Seth, Rusev, and Ricochet. All right. First of all, Seth Rollins. It was announced tonight that at Crown Jewel, we're going to be getting Rollins versus The Fiend again in a Falls Count anywhere match. Falls count anywhere. So that means they can fight anywhere in that arena. So how does WWE plan to have this set? First of all, you're in Saudi Arabia. So how do you think the crowd is going to react to a Falls Count Anywhere match? Honestly, you're going to have Seth and The Fiend fighting out in the crowd, a crowd that's not used to this type of stuff. Look, the crowd in Saudi Arabia doesn't even accept women wrestling there. So how in the world are you going to expect them to accept Rollins and The Fiend battering throughout the crowd? What if they fall on one of the fans in the crowd? I don't know. I think this is a disaster waiting to happen. Legit. You have Hell in a Cell, the garbage, one of the worst main event endings of a WWE pay-per-view of all time. Everybody criticized it. All these reports of Vince McMahon realizing he fucked up. The disaster of it backstage. No one knew what to say about it because it was so bad. And now, you're going to do this at Crowd Jewel. You're going to have Seth Rollins wrestle twice in one night? Twice. So what's going to happen? You're going to have this Team Hogan versus Team Flair match start off the show? That's the guess. That makes sense, right? You can have this match start off the show, all right? Have the 5v5 happen to open the show, and then you're going to do the match later on. Because right now, I believe Lesnar versus Kane Velasquez is probably going to be the main event. Unless they do this match as the main event. But how are you going to end it? That's the more important thing. How are you going to end it? After the garbage you pulled at Hell in a Cell, how are you going to end it? First of all, you have Lesnar on SmackDown. He's the WWE champion. So Bray's not winning this match. He's not winning the Universal Championship because you're not going to have both the Universal and the WWE Championship on SmackDown. But you can't have the Fiend lose. You can't. If you've not been noticing, Seth has been getting booed anytime they mention the Fiend. After the garbage they pulled in the main event tonight with the Firefly Funhouse segment, after the garbage Seth Rollins said in his interview, Seth is a heel. Whenever it comes to Seth versus the Fiend, he's a heel. No one wants to see Seth beat the Fiend. But yet you're booking this match. What the hell is your plan for Crown Jewel? We know the Fiend's not winning. We know he's not winning for multiple reasons. But yet you want to book this match for Crown Jewel. I have no idea what you have planned. I don't. This is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. WWE has no idea what they're doing. No idea what they're doing. And I am very, 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 I hope Crown Jewel, if the Fiend loses at Crown Jewel, the character is buried. The character is buried. Right? There's no way the Fiend will ever be able to recover. I don't know. Vince has to go. Stupidity, you had an easy out of this feud tonight. You had Bray drafted to SmackDown and Seth drafted to Raw. There's no reason why this feud should be continuing. No reason why. But yet you're giving us a rematch at Crown Jewel, a rematch that none of us want to see because we know the Fiend is not walking out Universal Champion. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know what to say. They are ruining one of the best characters we've seen in a long time. They are finding more ways to fuck up the Fiend every single week. First off with the finish at Hell in a Cell. All right? Now with the Firefly Funhouse segment tonight. And now you have this match at Crown Jewel. I really don't know what to say. I really don't. WWE is slowly killing the Fiend day by day. All right, week by week. And it's legit sad to see. Because WWE had pure gold with the Fiend. Pure gold with this character. And now they are ruining it because of stupidity. Pure stupidity. All right? I really don't know what to say. I really don't. Pure garbage by WWE. Pure garbage. Also confirmed for Crown Jewel, we're going to have a tag team turmoil match. The largest tag team turmoil match to determine the best tag team in the world. So basically the same thing they did with the best in the world tournament. to doing this in a tag team tournament match because doing it best in the world tag team tournament would take way too long. But who cares? Who cares? The teams they have the OC, which doesn't make sense because the OC are a two-person team, but the way they're advertising it, AJ Styles will be involved in this match. I don't know. All right, but you have the OC, you have the Revival, you have Hawkins and Ryder, Lucha House Party, Rude and Ziggler, the Viking Raiders, Heavy Machinery, B Team, and the New Day. All right, so this is probably going to be a over-the-top battle royal if I had to guess. If I had to, I'll save this probably for the Crowd June preview prediction shows, but if I had to make a guess, I think the New Day are gonna probably win this. Because why not? We know how high Vince is on the New Day, and Vince wants the New Day to be one of the best tag teams of all time. So expect the New Day to win this match. All right, that's probably a spoil. All right. And that was basically it. That was based on what was announced tonight for Crowd June. So Crowd June was looking more and more like pure garbage each and every single day. I really don't understand this company. I really don't. All right. The Seth Rollins, it's already bad enough that we have to think about this Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman nonsense and Velasquez versus Lesnar. Now you're giving us Seth versus Bray in a Universal title Fall Count Anywhere match. I'm speechless. I really am speechless of how garbage this company really can be. It's really disgusting. It really is. All right. But now, after all that, after Crowd June, after the draft, we're going to finally get into the WWE RAW results. And yes, we're going to talk about how this garbage, this is not going to take very long. It really shouldn't. But first off, we had Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. And this was supposed to be to determine who would get the first pick in tonight's WWE draft. And I was glad. First of all, it was advertised all weekend that we were going to get Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. I'm happy we didn't get that match. Basically one main reason, maybe two. Sasha Banks is the best female wrestler in the world. But you basically killed most of her momentum by having her tap out clean to Becky Lynch at Hell in a Cell. Sasha should have won that match, but it's whatever. All right, now we're going to get Sasha and Bayley as the faces of SmackDown's Women's Division, which I'm actually excited about. So I'm very happy that we didn't get to see that match tonight because based off it, no matter if it was Sasha or Charlotte, Becky was going to win that match. All right? And I don't know. WWE was teasing last week that we were going to get a feud between Becky and the Kumaki Warriors, which we probably will see, but WWE had no follow-up on that. And, one thing I'll give WWE credit on, they really are booking Becky Lynch, kind of like the way they used to book John Cena back. Becky Lynch barely loses on WWE TV. Becky almost never loses now. It's kind of crazy to actually think about how much Becky almost never loses. All right, but I'm glad because Sasha was not going to beat Becky tonight. WWE was not going to book it. All right, so but they have Charlotte come out. They had Becky come out actually talk about how she's the number one draft pick, which she deserves. She deserves to be the number one draft pick, but they have her come out, and then they have Charlotte come out. And I'll tell you why WWE fucked up on this. You had Charlotte come out representing SmackDown. And then, a couple weeks ago, they turned Charlotte babyface. And they had Charlotte, talk about how she wants to be friends again with Becky Lynch. If you guys remember, before the man character, before all this, Charlotte and Becky were very close on WWE TV. Remember Tea Time and whatever, all that crap, all that nonsense. But Charlotte's just like, I just want to be your friend. I don't want to be selfish. And I knew where they were going with this. I knew they were going this. This led to Charlotte attacking Becky. Charlotte was like, oh, it's so hard to be your friend. And this led to them having a pretty long match. The match wasn't bad, but honestly, I didn't really care. Just because we've seen Charlotte versus Becky so many times before, it was like, why should I care? Why should I care? Honestly, why should I care? All right. But Becky Lynch won with the roll-up on Charlotte. I think WWE, and I saw someone tweet this, and I think I kind of agree with this. Charlotte does not need to be in the title picture. I've had enough of Charlotte in the title picture. I ranted about this on Friday. We've seen Charlotte win 10 women's tag teams, not tag team, women's championships. 10 in 4 years. None of those reigns we remember. None of those reigns were important. All right? WWE just keeps putting reigns on her, keeps giving her championships just because. Just because. It's legit garbage. No matter if it's Charlotte winning at Money in the Bank and then having Bayley cash in on her, or having Charlotte win a Hell in a Cell and losing the title 5 days later, or having Charlotte win a title against Asuka 2 weeks before WrestleMania and then losing to Becky Lynch. It's legit garbage. None of Charlotte's 10 title reigns are memorable to me. None. All right? None. All right? And I absolutely hate it. I really do hate it. Charlotte is on Raw. She lost to Bayley. Now she lost to Becky. I think they need to take Charlotte out of the title reign for now, the title picture, and then, maybe do a storyline where she loses her mind. I think that would be interesting. Kind of interesting, All right? Because honestly, that wouldn't be a bad storyline. It wouldn't be, because I am so tired of Charlotte in the title picture. There's nothing you can do with Charlotte and Becky that's going to be interesting to me. It doesn't matter how good the matches are. All right? I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired. We've seen babyface versus babyface. Babyface Becky versus babyface Charlotte. We've seen heel Becky versus babyface Charlotte. We've seen heel Charlotte versus babyface Becky. There's no other way you can really do that. Really, no other way. I'm sorry. I just don't care. I don't care at all about Charlotte and Becky. All right? And like I said, the only reason why I'm happy that Charlotte's on Raw now is because it gets her away from Sasha. There's no Alexa. There's no Charlotte on SmackDown. Sasha can just focus on Bayley. And I'm finally happy. I'm happy because that finally means we're getting the Sasha versus Bayley feud we've wanted for so long. So long. And that's the only that's probably my biggest positive out of this draft. Sasha no longer has to deal with Charlotte and Alexa. You can even put Becky in there. All right? Because after what we saw, there was no way Sasha was going to beat Becky tonight if they had that match. No way. Hey, I need to get out of here, man. My voice is messed up. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Charlotte's on Raw. Not like I care or anything. It's just better for Sasha and Bayley at the end of the day. Moving on. We had Andrade versus Mustafa Ali. This was not a bad match. There was a spot in this match where we saw Zelina Vega. She jumped off the top rope. She was on the apron, trying to taunt Ali, distract Ali. Ali decides to do a flip over the top rope over Zelina, which looked pretty cool. The crowd actually popped for that. But then Zelina did hit the Hurricane Rana on Ali. This set up Ali to get hit by the Hammerlock DDT, giving Andrade the win. I think Andrade can be used in the main event of Raw. Will they use him? I don't know. I'm telling you, Raw has a decent Universal title picture. All right? They have Seth, you have Drew, you have Orton, you have Kevin Owens, you have Aleister Black, you have Mustafa Ali, you have Drew McIntyre. There's a lot of names. You have a Ricochet, AJ Styles. Monday Night Raw's main event scene could be really, really good. But WWE's not going to book it correctly. We know how WWE works. They're not going to book they're not going to book it correctly. I'm just saying, if anybody from WWE was listening to this, you have gold in your Universal title picture. I just gave you 8 names. 8 names. But hey, it's not like WWE cares. All right, and yes, we've been hearing rumors of WWE trying to do this blockbuster trade. And then Renee Young and Booker T said they'll have the full scoop on that on WWE Backstage tomorrow night. Which I'm kind of, I want to see, because I believe CM Punk is going to be on WWE Backstage tomorrow. I hope so. I'm praying, That's a surprise tomorrow. We're gonna finally see CM Punk make his WWE return on WWE Backstage tomorrow. Even though if it's just a backstage show, the fact that CM Punk is back working with WWE, well, he's more Fox, but he's working covering WWE is a start. I love CM Punk, man. So hopefully we see Punk tomorrow on Backstage. I'm very excited for that. I want to see what this big blockbuster trade is gonna be. All right, I don't know what it's gonna be, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll see. I don't know what it's gonna be, honestly. I don't think it's gonna involve the women. It's gonna be involve the men. It has to, but we'll find out more about that tomorrow night on Backstage. Raw Tag Team titles. Um, Rude and Ziggler versus the Viking Raiders. This was not a bad match. This was not a bad match. The thing about it is last week's match between these two teams was better in my opinion. What was better in my opinion? But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. How the Reviver are used. We'll have to wait and see how they're used. The Viking Raiders win they go in this match, and then afterwards they did drop a promo on talking about how they won the IWGP titles and then how they won the Ring of Honor titles. WWE now letting the Revival name brand other promotions. I don't know why. That was kind of interesting. And the Revival technically been undefeated. They said they've been undefeated since they made it to Monday Night Raw, and you don't see that much anymore. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with this team. They said it's one thing to win the titles, but it's another thing to defend the titles. The thing is, Raw's tag team division it's garbage right now. There's only 4 teams. You have the OC, you have the Street Profits, you have not Rude. You have the Viking Raiders, and you have one other tag team in there, and I can't remember which. So we'll have to wait and see till where this tag team division goes, but it has potential, And the thing is, now the Viking Raiders, they said tonight that they are undefeated. So if that doesn't mean I'm smart, I'm giving the Viking Raiders a good tag team division. I'm giving them a good tag team title reign, and I'm building up that division and building up an opponent that is going to beat them, all right, and end that undefeated record, all right. But that's just the way I think about that, all right. But the thing is, as much as I wish I cared about the Raw tag team division, I don't, all right. And this draft didn't help. It didn't help. I like the Viking Raiders a lot. And they actually got a pretty good pop when they won the tag team titles tonight. But we'll have to wait and see. Aleister Black versus Eric Young. I'm tired of seeing Aleister Black in squash matches. All right? I am. Yes. Eric Young, man, I forgot this guy was signed. He was actually drafted to Raw. He was drafted to Raw tonight. Well, not tonight. I think he signed as a free agent. But we know Eric Young is going to be used as an enhancement talent, probably as a guy that's a jobber. All right, and I think Eric Young has more than that. But hey, we'll see. Now Aleister Black, he tried a new submission finisher tonight. All right, what they need to do with Black is now he needs some real competition. I'm tired of these jobber matches. Now that he's on Raw full time, let's start seeing Black every week. I'm telling you, Aleister Black should be in Universal title contention. I really want to see Aleister Black in the Universal title contention. All right? He is too good not to be in Universal title contention. Please. Matches against him and Drew McIntyre, him and Seth Rollins, him and Ricochet, all right? Him and Andrade Cien, him and Randy Orton, him and AJ Styles. I don't know. Give me Andrade versus AJ Styles for the United States title. Like, come on. Come on, man. Aleister Black is too good to be wasted. Please start building this guy up. He's too good to be wasted, man. Please. Use Aleister Black. Stop with this garbage. Next up, we had Ricochet versus Shelton Benjamin. This wasn't a bad match either. Shelton Benjamin, he was drafted to Raw. This was actually a decent match. It wasn't a bad match, either. I think Shelton Benjamin, the guy has talent. The guy can put on good matches. All right, the guy's not a jobber. Use him in your mid card division. All right, make the United States title picture look good. Now with this draft, you have more contenders for AJ Styles. You have Alexander in there. You still have Ricochet in there. Aleister Black, Andrade. You can move these superstars in between the Universal title and the United States title picture. You have talent in there. WWE just needs to use it correctly. Okay, come on. It's not that hard. Shelton Benjamin, you can use him in that U.S. title picture. Buddy Murphy. I'm giving you names on names on names. Come on. It's common sense. Legit. Comic sense, man. Common sense. I don't know. This guy's sending me weird text message. Next up, we had Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman. Tyson Fury and Braun contract signing. I didn't care. I'm going to say this about Tyson Fury. I hated how he was shadow punching last week. I did. I hated the shadow punching last week. But I actually like Tyson Fury. The thing about it is, he's a boxer. He's a boxer. Are you really going to see this guy actually wrestle? Braun Strowman can't wrestle for his life. Strowman can't wrestle out of a paper bag. What do you expect Strowman to do with a Tyson Fury, who we've never seen wrestle, who has probably no wrestling experience at all? I want to see Fury knock Strowman out. A legit knockout. Not fake, not scripted. I hope Fury actually goes in there and knocks Strowman out for real like he actually would. Because we know Fury actually could. Fury's going to have to win this match. There's no way if I'm Tyson Fury, I'm signing on to do this match with WWE and letting myself and my undefeated record end to Strowman. No way. All right? No way. But, honestly, this segment was garbage. Like I said, Fury has charisma. The guy has character. If Fury actually, got actual wrestling experience, and I know, there's been reports of him training in the Performance Center, but if he actually got some wrestling experience, I think he would be a fun character to have on WWE TV. For real. But the guy's a boxer. I'm tired of WWE trying to bring in these real boxers, these real stars from MMA and UFC, like Tyson Fury, like Cain Velasquez. There's rumors saying that they might bring in a John Jones or a Daniel Cormier, all right, for matches with Lesnar and etc. Please stop. Focus on the talent you have and make us actually care, all right? I like Tyson Fury. The guy has charisma. I do. But still, man, this is not his world. And, I don't see him losing to Strowman at all. You had this contract signing, legit. There was nothing interesting about it. Strowman just went on and on about how, Fury's going to get these hands. And then, what's his name? Fury was like, I'm a fan of you, Strowman. My kids like you, and all that. But after what you did, I'm going to have to knock you out, blah, blah, blah. And then this turn, after the contract signing was over, you had Strowman put his hands out and, destroy the table, the contract signing table, which it didn't look like there was a lot of weight under there to begin with, so it didn't even look that impressive. And then Tyson Fury, which was absolutely dumb, they had this guy pick up a pen, and then he was struggling to snap the pen in half. It took him a little bit, but he snapped the pen in half. I don't know what that was supposed to be. It was garbage. It was legit garbage. I don't know. WWE has legit done nothing. First, last week, you had that terrible pull-apart brawl. This week, you have Strowman destroying tables and Fury breaking pens in half. WWE, you're doing a real good job of making me care about Strowman and Fury. Real good job. Honestly, I'm willing to bet. I'm going to bet money right now. Fury and Strowman next week are going to have an arm wrestling competition. We've seen WWE do this 1,000 times. Whenever they have two big men feuding, WWE loves to pull out the old arm wrestling competition. That's what we're going to see next week. I would be very, very, very surprised if we don't see a Fury versus Strowman arm wrestling competition next week. Because why not? Why wouldn't WWE do that? They're stupid anyway, so they probably will do that next week. All right, watch that. If it does happen, you guys know where you heard it first. All right, moving on into the rest of this show. There's not much left. Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy. This was a great match. This was a great match. The only thing is, are they going to use Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy on WWE TV? They both were drafted to Raw. I think they were both right next to each other in picks. All right. But we both know Alexander is a Paul Heyman guy, and I think Heyman's higher Murphy too. I'm telling you, these are two stars that can be really used really nicely in the United States Championship picture. I think Murphy has potential to be put in the Universal title picture. We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully WWE doesn't let both these names fall into catering. All right, they're both really talented. This was a good match. We've seen these two fight over the Cruiserweight Championship. So we've seen these two before, but these two are too talented to rot in catering. Hopefully WWE actually does something with them, but it's not like I trust them. The Kubaki Warriors versus Natalya and Lacey Evans. This was garbage. This was legit garbage, all right? I don't know. I'm so happy. WWE legit. They teased all night about Natalya having a mystery partner. All right, we were all wondering. I was thinking, maybe they're gonna bring out Liv Morgan. Maybe Liv will finally reveal her new character. All right, maybe that's what they're gonna do. Nope. They have Natalya come out and say, tonight I'll be teaming with someone that pushes me to my limits. And I was like, no. And yes, they did it. Lacey Evans teamed up with Natalya tonight. So I don't know if this is supposed to be Lacey Evans turned into a babyface. I don't know if they're turning Lacey into a babyface, or this is supposed to mean that Natalya's turning a heel. I don't know. I don't care about these two as a tag team. I don't. All right, I don't. I don't care about Lacey. I don't care about Natalya at all. Both are garbage. Both are get off my TV. First of all, this freaking segment went on way too long. This match went over, I think, close to 20 minutes. It legit took out the last 25 minutes of the show. All right, I don't know why they took so long with this. I really don't. Earlier in the night, we saw the OC actually attack the Street Profits, something that I found pretty interesting. And then WWE on their social media page said the OC and a mystery partner will go up against the OC will go up against the Street Profits and their mystery partner later on in the night. I'm sitting here waiting. Who are they gonna have as a mystery partner? All right, it said we never got that match. We're probably going to get that match next week on Raw. The only thing I'll say about this really is at least we're finally getting the Street Profits wrestling on Monday Night Raw. Hopefully tonight, and this segment with the OC finally gets the Street Profits out of doing these garbage segments where they're like the cheerleaders. These garbage cheerleader segments where they sit backstage and promote everything. All right, let's actually see the Street Profits in the ring. Because if you guys have seen the Street Profits versus Undisputed Era down in NXT, you guys know what I'm talking about. Hopefully, we finally get to see the Street Profits finally get some wrestling, because they can be a force in that tag team division if WWE books them correctly. I'm willing to bet. I'm going to bet on it right now. Next week, we're going to get the OC against the Street Profits and probably Ricochet. I'm willing to bet on that. So 2 things for next week's Raw review. All right? 2 things. If you guys are here, we're going to get the OC versus the Street Profits and Ricochet, and we're going to get an arm wrestling segment between Fury and Strowman. Those are 2 things I'm making predictions on for next week's Raw right now. If you guys see that confirmed for next week's Raw, you guys know where you heard it. And last but not least, Seth Rollins burns it down. He burns the Firefly Funhouse. This legit happened with 2 minutes left in Raw. So right after the Kabuki Warriors match, we see it pan over to the Firefly Funhouse. And Bray's talking about how he likes Seth Rollins, how he thinks he's a great guy, but the Fiend, doesn't think so, and all this other crap. I knew where this was going because I legit talked about this a couple weeks ago right here on the podcast. I legit said you should do down the line, if the Fiend was Universal Champion, all right? That was before this whole Hell in a Cell disaster. Eventually, when you're building somebody up to take down the Fiend, all right? you should have somebody go to the Firefly Funhouse and burn it down. Similar to what they did when Randy Orton burned down the Wide factory, the Wide compound, a couple of years ago when they were doing the Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt feud over the WWE title. All right, but WWE did this way too early. You know, they should have done something like this with Seth weeks ago. All right, but now we don't care about Seth versus Bray. We just find it to be pure garbage. We had Seth go over to the Firefly Funhouse, and he starts beating the crap out of Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt gets up like, Seth, why are you doing this? Please stop. And he beats down Bray some more, and then he takes a lighter and burns down the Firefly Funhouse. All right? So I don't know what this is going to mean for the future of the Bray Wyatt character. Is he going to build a new Firefly Funhouse? All right? How does Seth even find where the Firefly Funhouse is? What does this mean for the future of the Firefly Funhouse? Is Bray Wyatt done? Are we just going to see the Fiend going forward? What does this mean? What does this mean? You know, I saw some jokes people were making saying Bray needs to get better house insurance. I don't know. All right? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of curious to see what Bray's response is going to be. But at the end of the day, this is garbage because I don't want to see Seth versus Bray at Crown Jewel. This feud should be over. Bray's on SmackDown. We know Bray's not winning the Universal title. I have no idea how WWE's going to get themselves out of this mess. I really don't. I don't know what to think, really. All right? This was legit a garbage segment. If you thought Seth Rollins burning the Firefly Funhouse down was good, all right, then you are the problem with this company. You are one of the problems with this company. Get out of my face with this garbage. All right? Get out of my face. That ending was garbage tonight. It was garbage. And if you guys couldn't hear, the fans were absolutely booing the hell out of Seth Rollins in the background. All right? WWE's legit out of their minds. They're legit. That tonight, the WWE draft, the matches announced for Crown Jewel, and the Raw review itself was, not the review. The Raw show itself was garbage. Everything about tonight was garbage. The only positive coming out of this draft is Sasha Banks is on SmackDown away from both Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Alexa Bliss. Hopefully Sasha Banks is going to thrive over there. Other than that, everything we saw with this draft was garbage. Everything we saw with this draft is garbage. Crown Jewel, garbage. Monday Night Raw is garbage. That's it. All right? That's it. All right? Other than that, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys thought of this nonsense down in the description down below. I want to thank you guys for coming through to the review. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, enable notifications by clicking the bell right next to my name, FitzMonk TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. All right? Follow me on social media. I love to talk to WWE with you guys. All right? Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Have a great day, guys. Peace.